Hello guys, this is Adenugu. I'm back again. I hope you all had a wonderful or having a wonderful Memorial Day weekend. But anyway, sorry I haven't made a video in a while. I've been so busy with work. But today I'm actually going to talk about a topic that is becoming annoying to me, that many of you guys bring to me, that is so freaking annoying. And that's the topic of going back home to bring a spouse. So, first of all, this video is not directed towards anybody. I don't have anything against people that find love back home or go back home to import a spouse or whatever. Whatever makes you happy. If going back to Nigeria is what you want for yourself, go for it. I've seen people do it all the time and it worked out, and I've seen people do it and it didn't work out. But just for me, it's not something I want for myself. And I'm making this video to let you guys know that you need to respect that. So once in a while, people will call me, hey, what's going on? How is dating life? And I'm like, I'm okay. And then they'd be like, oh, have you thought of going back home to bring a spouse? You're not getting any younger. You don't want to be, in your 40s and you're not married. And people are doing it all the time. The men here are not serious. Your only option now is to go back home. And I'm like, no, I'm not interested. It's not what I want for myself. Yeah. Oh, what are you? What do you mean? Are you trying to make it? Why are you acting like you're better than people in Nigeria? And blah, blah. I'm like, no, it's not about me thinking that I'm not better than people in Nigeria. Going back to Nigeria to find a spouse is just not what I'm looking for at this point in my life. Yeah, I'm 34 years old. I am not sad that I'm not married or whatever. Yeah, sometimes it gets lonely because you want to come home, you want to have somebody to talk to. Like, I want to have somebody that I'm going to, you're excited about, or to share how your day went with. But at the same time, that's not enough reason for me to just marry anybody that anybody brings to me just because I need to be married according to what the society says by the age of 34. And I don't understand how many of you guys think, why many of you guys think that I'm sad, I'm lonely, that, like they'll say something like, oh, she's not married. Hey, yeah, oh my gosh, that's sad. What's going on? Hey, nobody died. Like, stop worrying about me. Worry about your own relationship, that it's not working out, that you're pretending on social media, making it seem like it's working out. Don't worry about me. I am okay. I am doing great. Okay. But anyway, back to the topic of going back home to marry. Like I said, I don't have a problem with people that are doing it, but it's not something that I'm interested in. So when you come to me and you introduce the idea of me going back home to marry, and I say to you, oh, thank you, but I'm not interested, drop the topic. I don't want to hear anything like, you're not getting any younger. You should try it. Oh, the men here are not this, the men here are not this. Me, I want to date. I'm not in a rush to get married. Like, if I meet a guy today, within 2-3 months, and he says, oh, I want to marry you, I will run. It scares me. I've seen so much in past relationships. I've been in relationships where I'm not even attracted to the person, but I'm in it because I don't want the fear of being lonely. I am not scared of being lonely at age of 34. Believe me, I can even be single at age of 45, and I'm okay as long as I'm happy with myself. But I'm not going to just settle for anybody just to be married. So I'm ready to get married in my 40s if it's to the right person. I have waited this long for me to just rush into it. But anyway, so if I tell you I'm not interested, stop asking me questions. Why are you not interested? Are you better than people in Nigeria? No, I'm not saying that. It's a long process. Let's be honest to ourselves. Going back to Nigeria, if I go back to Nigeria to meet somebody, to bring somebody here now, first of all, I'm not even dating the person. Let's say, for example, somebody introduces me to this person. We start talking on the phone. Okay, we get along. We're talking on the phone. It's fun or whatever. First of all, the time difference is already a problem for me because when I'm at work, they're sleeping. When I'm sleeping, they're up. So there's already a conflict in terms of the time you're talking to the person. Second of all, talking to somebody over the phone is completely different meeting people in real life and actually having face-to-face conversation, because you can connect with somebody over the phone. That doesn't mean that you connect in person. So but anyway, so if I'm to go back, that's already, the time difference is already a problem for me. Second of all, communication, it's already a problem because because of time difference too. And second of all, I really don't get to see this person in their environment. It's basically based on off of what they say to me, what they tell me. So maybe we start talking, let's say for example, I'm talking to this person, we started talking like let me say January, and we're talking, talking, talking. Then the next time I see them might be in December. For me to get time off work to go see them, that's another process. Because if I'm going to go to Nigeria, I'm planning a traditional wedding or white wedding or whatever to do everything. That way I can get that document to file for them. The process is long. Unlike if I'm dating somebody here within US, I can hop on the plane in the maximum I can travel be in the air is like 4 hours. Later, I'm going to California to meet this person. It's like 4 hours. I get there. It can be a weekend thing. I don't have to miss work. But to go to Nigeria, it takes planning for me to even go meet this person. So I can hop on the plane. If the person lives in Dallas, within an hour, I'm there. I get to see them. So spending time dating is what I want. And dating somebody in Nigeria, it's not gonna give me that opportunity to actually date. We're just talking. So from the people that I've seen that have gone back home, they start talking to the person. The next in December, it's usually around December, they go home, meet the person for the very first time in person, and they're planning a wedding with this person. They get married, they come back here, they file for the person, and the wait to even file for this person is another thing. So it can take up to a year before they get here. It can take more than a year. It can take less than a year before they get here. And when they get here, you have to take care of them financially. You're basically the breadwinner. You have to teach them the system. I don't care if they're millionaires back home. I don't care the kind of lifestyle they lived back home. When you come to America, you start life afresh. Like I say to people, America humbles people. Even if you used to have maids back home, you come back to America, you come into America, it's completely two different things. Even to drive, let's say you used to drive a Canadian electrical bus, whatever in Nigeria, you're an expert when it comes to driving. You come to America, you have to learn how to drive in America. The laws are different, everything is different. For them to get into the system, you have to be patient and take care of them financially and everything until they get back on their feet. Getting back on their feet, sometimes it takes years. Sometimes it can even take up to 5 years. It takes up to 2, 3, 5 years. Nobody knows. Depending on what they're going to do. Sometimes they abandon the career they used to have back home and start a new career. And in the process, pregnancy might come into the play. So now you're pregnant, you're raising a child, you're raising a grown man or a grown woman or whatever. So it's a long process, and it's not what I want for myself. But if that's what you want for yourself, I respect that. And I'm not bashing anybody for that, for going that route. But stop forcing that route on me when I respectfully say to you, this is not what I'm looking for. Respect that. Stop pushing it on me. Yeah, stop giving me examples of people that have done it that it worked out for. Yeah, I know people that have done it and it worked out for them. And I've known people that did it and they're still suffering from it today. They will tell you, don't you ever try it. And some of you women that when you end up bringing a man here, every little thing, you become an expert and start telling us, oh, this one doesn't want to marry, because any of us can go to Nigeria and marry. So don't make it seem like, you're lucky and you got married and we're not married. Anybody can go to Nigeria. All I have to do is call the ones that have been bothering me all my life to say, okay, yes, I agree, let's marry. So, but that's not what I want. So don't come here and become so condescending because you got married and we're not married. So stop all that nonsense. But anyway, I carry God beg you now. Stop forcing the whole mentality of going back home to marry on me. It's not what I want. So respect that. And thank you so much. All right then. Bye.